Look at him go. Can you see him? Wow, that is an alpha ant, alpha male ant. They're everywhere. What a beautiful location. Church. Some people playing tennis over here. And Bunajik, Alyosha over here, if you can see. So it's a different direction of Alyosha, guys, here in Plovdiv, Bulgaria. Здравствуйте, Jamal. And today, guys, I'm going to be answering a very common question. Well, not a common question, but a question that has been asked quite a few times by some of my subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call them. There's quite a few now. So yeah, anyway, so today's question, make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, so the question for today is it's another black in Bulgaria one. Oh my god, or foreigner in Bulgaria, because these videos seem to do pretty well. A lot of people seem to be quite curious about my experience from that perspective. Oh, sorry, I'm coughing. So as much as I dislike the clickbaity, race baity titles, they work. So today's video will be called Black in Bulgaria, do I ever feel out of place? Now that's a good one, because a subscriber, like I said, left a comment on one of the videos asking, do I feel comfortable in Bulgaria? You know, do I always feel like in place? Do I ever feel out of place or uncomfortable? So I thought that would make a very good conversation, a very good little topic today. So for anyone who doesn't really know, I'm sure you all do, but out of place essentially means to feel like you don't belong, or it's unnatural to be somewhere, which is a very good question to ask a foreigner, and especially a black foreigner such as myself, or mixed race, but you know. So let's begin. Okay, now I will be breathing a lot in this video, and that's because it's quite steep. As you can see, it's not an easy walk. And just for you guys who don't know, it's obviously autumn. It's 1st of October in Plovdiv, no, 2nd of October, but it's still, you know, it'll be hitting 27 degrees apparently today. As you know, Plovdiv tends to get very warm, even all year round. Even all year round you can get 20 degrees, but especially, I don't want to go this way, especially in the autumn you still get summer temperatures. One of the reasons I love Bulgaria is because in Britain you were lucky. I'm trying to find the way. No, maybe I was right before. In Britain, you know, you get maybe 25 in the summer, maybe a 30th for a few days, but here you get 25, close to 30, you know, all the way up until late October in Plovdiv. And this is beautiful, by the way. All of this wonderful autumn, but all of these, sorry, wonderful autumn colours. So yeah, black in Bulgaria. Do I ever feel out of place? So out of place means to be somewhere where you don't belong, where you feel it's unnatural, or you're unhappy there. And before I begin, I want to tell you guys, it's a resounding no. Okay, 100% no. I always feel, ever since the first week here, I felt like I was at home in Bulgaria, even as a foreigner, even as a black foreigner. So I'm just checking if people are here. There's a few tents and things. Wow. Well, if someone is, I will not disturb them. You're wondering, that's Alyosha, Bunajik Hill. We'll get into the topic in a moment. I just love showing you guys around. For you guys that don't live in Bulgaria, or don't live in Plovdiv. No, someone just left their things. Maybe a homeless guy. For those of you who don't live here, I just want to show you around a little bit as well. You know, very controversial graffiti. Come on, guys. But yeah, so there you go. That is Plovdiv, a panoramic view of this wonderful city that I now proudly call home. So yeah, let's get into it, okay? 5 minutes of me chatting shit and walking up a hill. That's how you get the videos to be 15 minutes, guys. Wow. I'm gonna go here. This seems like a very nice location. 1 second. And then I can start talking to you properly. I didn't expect to go up the hill that quickly. That was very quick. I think I took a shortcut, which is why it was so difficult. Yeah, so back in Bulgaria, lads. Let's go. Let's get it. So, do I feel at home? Do I ever feel out of place? Lads, ladies, everyone. Whew, direct sunlight, but I should be okay. I think it looks quite good for the camera. Whew. So, no, 100% no. And let me explain why. I feel more at home here in Plovdiv than as a black man than I did even when I was living in England, in some parts of England. Okay, for especially the West Midlands, in a small town in the West Midlands, I definitely didn't feel, you know, at home or in place. And even though my Bulgarian isn't perfect, it isn't great, it's enough at the moment, but I am learning. Even without the language, the hospitality that has been shown to me by the people here, it's unlike anything else I have seen before. It's unlike anything else I have experienced on this planet. No matter what country, regardless of the country I've been to. One thing I will say, actually, the Balkans have the hospitality in the Balkans is stellar. You know, whether I was in when I was in Romania, it was pretty good. When I was in Kosovo, it was good. When I was in even when I was in North Macedonia or Greater Bulgaria, it was really good. You know, hospitality in the Balkans is very, very good overall. And I think the people of the Balkans have a lot of soul. They're very kind people. But today I want to talk about Bulgaria and Plovdiv specifically. I've never felt out of place, because from day one people went out of their way to help me. And again, I want to reiterate, for those of you who are thinking of traveling to Bulgaria, especially Plovdiv, those of you who are thinking to visit this wonderful place, you know, Europe's oldest continually inhabited city, 6,000 plus years, you know, where this city that has hosted the Thracians, hosted the Romans, hosted the Greeks, hosted the Ottomans, Soviets, so much history. Whether it was messy history, that's another question, but regardless, it was history nevertheless. Okay, so I've never felt out of place. In fact, I've always felt extremely comfortable here. I felt safer here walking home at night than I ever have in the UK, whether that was Birmingham, London, Sheffield, anywhere. And with regards to being truly out of place, like, do I feel like I can assimilate and become one of the people? That's a great question. Will I ever be a real citizen, a real person? Okay, a real person here. Let me think, because all of these videos, you know, I don't bullshit you with you guys. It's all organic, straight away. I just say what I think. Okay, I will always be different, and I'll always be a foreigner. I mean, look at me, look at my skin. It's obviously different, but I do feel like I can get to a point where I can call this country truly home. As soon as I learn the Bulgarian language fluently, 100% fluently, and I learn more about the culture, I will be proud to say this is my home. Of course, I have a soft spot for the UK. I have a soft spot for Jamaican culture and West African culture, which is my long heritage. However, conversely, I have never, when I was living in the UK, so this is going to be quite deep actually, this will be quite from the heart. So yeah, let's go. When I was living in the UK, I never felt like it was where I belong. There was never there wasn't too much soul in the people. There wasn't this let's say open confidence to meet new people and try new things and try new foods. You know, Britain unfortunately isn't like that. What's that? Oh, it's some guy drilling. How the hell can I hear that? But yeah, I never felt welcome in my own country, and that's the problem with a lot of the West, actually, especially if you're you know, if you're of mixed heritage or foreign descent, whatever you want to call it, in a Western country. You can play the game, you can be a good citizen, but it's very hard to be one with the people, because there's a very, gosh, I'm generalizing really badly here, and by doing that I'm being racist myself, you know, so I don't want to sound like that, but I just never felt at home. Even when I was home, I never felt truly home. However, sorry, there's a lot of noise and I'm just what the fuck is that? I just don't want no homeless guy to come up behind me and just jack me up. That's all. No, for real. The moment I stepped off the plane, the moment I came here, I made loads of friends instantly, more than I've ever made in the UK. I had some friends in the UK, but I've always struggled to make them. I've had a few, you know, Chad, Will, Andy especially, Christian, you know, there's a bunch of guys, there's a bunch of lads that I can mention actually, you know, that I really like, British lads, you know, really hearty, true British lads. But the fundamental principle or the fundamental behaviours behind them would be that they are very open-minded and almost international despite being British. And there's something about Britain, you can see that with the Brexit vote, you can see that unfortunately as you travel around and you try to interact with people, there is this air of I would say superiority and disinterest and distrust of foreigners. And that's why I always say I experienced much more racism in the UK than I ever did in Bulgaria. So to answer your question, do I feel out of place here? No, I feel more in place in Bulgaria. Yes, I am different, I know that, and I will always be. But hopefully with time I can learn more about the language, more about the culture. Obviously I will my children will be a mixture of, you know, Bulgarian, English, Jamaican, you know, obviously my wife will, you know, Joanna will be Bulgarian, my future wife Joanna will be Bulgarian. So I won't be a Bulgarian per se, but I think I'll be able to assimilate pretty well into the culture. And that's not me renouncing or disregarding my own culture, okay? Please note that I study constantly. I study very regularly about my own culture, whether that's Caribbean culture, whether that's West African culture, and to a degree British culture. But the reality of it is that this is the country that gave me the life that I wanted. This is the country that offered me what I needed as a human being, as an organism. So I'm going to throw away all notions of, oh, I belong to this place or that place, and I'm going to say this is going to be where I belong. And I hope and I really pray that I can bring enough value to this country to be welcomed here. So do I ever feel out of place? No, because I've always felt more comfortable expressing who I truly am here than I have in the UK. Literally, I can be Reese here, Jamal, sorry, Jamal. Reese is my real name, by the way, guys, if you don't know. I can be Jamal here. I can be the real I don't know, slightly crazy, you know, overly enthusiastic, just doing stupid shit, or, you know, or just trying new exciting projects and doing loads of crazy things, investing in whatever I want. I can be that person here. Whereas in the UK we have a culture of conformity, where I think Bulgaria, to a degree, at least nowadays, Bulgaria kind of breeds individuality. You know, because Bulgaria is a crossroads of cultures. You know, you've got Hellenic, you know, you've got Greek culture, you've got Turkish culture, Bulgarian culture, you've got the old Tengrism, which still leaves a slight, you know, a small mark on the culture. You've got everything here. And because of that diversity of culture, and Britain has that too, but because of this organic diversity, let's say organic diversity of culture in Bulgaria, individualism thrives. You can just see Plovdiv, you can see Kapana, and you can just walk around and be amazed and shocked at how beautiful it is. I also like the fact that you can be in touch with nature. How could I ever feel out of place in a city where after 5 minutes walking, not driving, I can be here? I can dive into these little woods here. Oh, I don't, what do you call them? Trees in the hills. And it would be like I'm in a forest. It's crazy. And there's one there, lads and ladies. You know, equal opportunities, obviously. There's one there. They're everywhere. There's loads of these hills where you can go, get lost, and explore nature to a degree, or a little bite, you know, a little break from the city life. 1 second, guys, look at this. I just want to yeah, I know this might be weird for some people, but I just want to, for a second, I feel very good. I want to share the colors of autumn. Fuck, man, that's incredible, dude. Wow, guys, the colors of autumn. If you're in Bulgaria, if you're at home, wherever you're watching this from, I urge you, please, guys, get outside. Get outside. You know, whew, it's amazing. During this time, this crazy time, where, you know, government corruption is at an all-time high. Government misinformation is at an all-time high. People are trying to restrict our movement, restrict our freedoms, you know, for something which, you know, could be or couldn't be extremely serious. I don't know, I'm not going to get political on this channel, but I just urge you all, if you can, you know, if your gods, which we, you know, the gods of government allow you to actually get outside, please, guys, go and enjoy it while you can. Go enjoy it while the weather's still good. So yeah, guys, do I feel out of place in Bulgaria? No. Okay, this Bulgaria's given me a lot and I could never feel out of place somewhere that has gifted me life, essentially, you know. And I think anyone, any foreigner, any black, white, Asian, whatever the hell you are, green, blue, yellow, whoever and whatever you are, do not let the media, do not let false perceptions scare you from coming somewhere. When I came to Bulgaria, everyone was telling me it was going to be dangerous, it was going to be racist, it was a undeveloped Balkan country, it was Eastern Europe, it was this, it was that. I came here and, mate, Bulgaria's got more culture, more soul. It's more it's, in my opinion, in many regards, it's arguably more developed in some spaces than Britain, you know. So I'm not saying it's perfect. Look, there's a lot that we can do better, Bulgaria. There's a lot we can do better, but I think it's on the right road. As you can see from the protests, as you can see from people craving change, craving something better. And yeah, for anyone who feels out of place where they are currently residing, Plovdiv, Bulgaria, parkour boy, Plovdiv, Bulgaria might be the place for you. It might be where you can feel at home, you can feel natural, you can feel like whatever you want to. Thank you very much to all of the subscribers who have asked such questions. Thank you very much to everybody who gives me topics, you know. Please, if you have any questions, type them below, okay? Let me know, because it makes making videos easier. I love chatting, I love showing you guys Plovdiv and the rest of Bulgaria, and I've got some very exciting stuff coming soon, okay? So from me, Mr. Jamal, I am going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe if you want, it's not overly important. I made a Patreon, but I'm not going to use it. I think I'm going to have YouTube memberships, so watch out for that. Thank you very much for watching, okay? Take care, guys. Peace.